When it comes to discipling our kids, there's one thing that absolutely has to happen, and that is to speak to the heart of our kids. Without making that a priority in our parenting, nothing else really matters. The heart is the control center for a person. Our kids' hearts can be hardened and softened, and they are guided in their heart in everything they say and do and think. And that's for better or for worse. So our job as parents is to speak to their hearts, not just to make sure they understand or have knowledge of God or just to behave correctly. At the core of a healthy discipling relationship is open, affectionate intimacy from parent to child and from child to parent. If you have the heart of your child, then you have all of them. If your hearts are disconnected, then nothing else really matters. A major question for us is, do I have the heart of my child, and do they have mine? Sin disconnects the heart. Whenever there's a disconnection between us and our children, it is most likely a sin problem that needs to be addressed. Either our kids' sin or our sin. And something else that disconnects our hearts is if we end up making something more important than them, or if they feel like we're making something more important than them. We want to notice what our kids do in their behavior for sure, but may we focus more on their heart. For many families, as long as the kids are well behaved, then all is well. The danger in focusing all of our parental energy on behavior change tells our kids that their faith is all about what they do, and if they do it correctly, rather than a genuine, loving relationship with Jesus. And then, most likely, you'll end up raising kids who honor God with their mouths, but whose hearts are far from Him. Parents who don't focus on their kids' hearts tend to be the ones who are most surprised when their kids grow up to be young adults who reject the faith. Spiritual maturity is not a one-time decision, but a process. And that process will depend on if they have a heart connection to Jesus, that's been fostered by us, their parents, or if they have just been going through the motions. So how do we make this heart connection? First, by showing affection as much as possible. And we do that by modeling grace and love and patience. We also do that by focusing on their heart and why we do things rather than their behavior. Second, we need to schedule time to make heart connection happen. That could just be once or twice a week where we take some time and spend all our attention during that time and focus that on one child at a time. Third, we do everything we can to make sure that we communicate well with our kids and in a way that they would understand best. 1, attention, 2, affection, and 3, communication. Be sure to read the blog and schedule the missions challenge and the devotions on your calendar. Please know that I am always here for you parents.